My rope runner arrived this morning, and so far I've tried it a couple of times and I really like it. And I use a Unicender an awful lot, and I'm thinking this might just be a great alternative to the Unicender or other climbing systems. I've set it up the same way that I normally set up my Unicender. There's a couple things that I'm starting to like about the rope runner. And the way I've set it up is I have my standard adjustable tether here. I've taken measures to try to control the flop. I don't have any passive part of my climbing system. This is my rope walker. When I don't want to rope walk anymore, I shorten the tether, and that brings the rope runner or the Unicender right up to my saddle. I've tied it on with a anchor hitch backed up with a stevedore stopper knot. Sometimes I'll use a scaffold type knot, and it's a cinching knot. I have my foot loop attached, and there is the rope runner. This, by the way, is my backyard gym. It's about 20.5 feet to the ceiling, and Kevin has designed this with a clip here that you can clip to your lanyard over the shoulder, or however you're going to do that to tend the rope runner. If I want to have my hands free to go up the tree to clear branches or whatever, the way that I do it is I shorten my tether. That brings my tether up, and then this goes to a neck elastic, and it'll tend that way, and I can have my hands on the climbing line, or I can have my hands on the tree clearing branches and such as I walk up the rope. I'm using a Pantene foot ascender, and it makes it really fast so that if I want, when I get to the top of my climb, if I get attacked by bees, I can quickly kick off my Pantene and descend in an instant. Now, I also mentioned that I'm using a Pantene right now, but I also often use the CT foot ascender, which I really like. It's a lot more rope friendly. You do have to reach down and clip it off. So, Kevin, here's something I just discovered, and I don't think it's a big issue, but I'm wondering if it's not too late for a change. I do like a 3-to-1 configuration when it comes to pulling yourself back from a limb walk, if you're in a position where you can't just tend the rope walking back. And so when you're pulling yourself back from a limb walk, what I've just noticed is the back of this tether assembly comes in contact with the climbing line, and it keeps this lower friction bollard and the slick pin from engaging. And I'll try to demonstrate that. And what happens is if there's a little bit of tension on your climbing line, it'll prevent that from engaging. As soon as you completely let go, in case of a fall or something like that, then it's going to catch, and it wouldn't be a fall to a death, you would hope, but it might be something to consider. So here's the 3-to-1 advantage coming back from a limb walk or climbing up a line, and you can see how that is failing to engage. And if I let myself down slowly, it won't engage. If I completely let go, it catches. It's almost like strumming the Unicender. But if this lower plate was designed maybe a little wider right there, it would hold that pulley out. It only takes another 1/8 of an inch or a 1/4 of an inch more distance on that plate to keep the climbing line from pushing against that tether. I don't know if you can see that. Do that again. Set it up for a rope walker, using it as a hand ascender and a foot Pantene. So I've got a hand ascender and a foot loop and a foot ascender. And I use that just like a hand ascender, very little setback, pretty clean, secure connection. When I get where I'm going, I shorten the tether, it turns around, you can use it to tend. The pulley tends it very well. My one suggestion, if there's a way to make this plate a little bit larger so that it pushes that pulley out just a little and keeps the climbing line away from the back side of that tether. Okay, so this is set up now for a tended rope walker. All right, that